Numele s-a spus deja de 2 sau 3 ori.
But it's also raising kind of the risk models that producers are taking. So before the internet, you had to go, if you want to produce some hardware, you had to go and do a lot of research and take out a loan from a bank, produce your product, and then hope that it is sold. And if it didn't sell, you weren't sold. Right? You had a big debt to the bank. You had to create it. These days, it sounds like Indiegogo and Kickstarter. You can create these products virtually, show them to your potential customers, see if there's interest, and then actually get it out there. Actually get them to pay upfront to you so you can go and produce this product. And that's changing the risk model, but it's also changing the production model. Who here has a 3D printer? And I knew Karen's had a 3D printer. Another one over there. 2 people. Yeah. We keep getting these predictions like within 5 years we're all going to have one. I'm not sure. They still look a bit too bulky. I already have a laser printer that takes up the same amount of space. It's going to be very important to a lot of different industries, not just to like little gadgets, but to a lot of different industries. For example, we're going to play a little game here. Who knows what this is? 3D printed pasta. And you might think, why the hell would I want 3D printed pasta? But, this is going to be interesting for, restaurants. I have an anniversary coming up. I go to the restaurant with my girlfriend. I tell the restaurant to kind of make it like a little pasta that spells out her name, that spells out some other message. Right? It sounds silly, but it's totally possible. Of course, it doesn't stop there. I can go to dessert. I like dessert. And I can send them a picture of her face and have some chocolate for you. Maybe not with her face, but there's a lot of creative uses for this kind of technology that goes beyond just 3D printing a screw or 3D printing a part for your bike. Or 3D printing yet another item. Now I was saying after listening that these are 3D printed cupcakes, and so somebody pointed out the mealworms in the top left corner. So that's not quite right. These are 3D printed so when you want to grow mealworms, they kind of get foods, and these are kind of the right shapes for that. These are 3D printed, so you can go from there and print a whole lot of items. You see, it's not just for happiness. 3D printing is there for a lot of different production models. You can see that it's like, I can either buy something that has already been produced, I can go to Kickstarter to get something that hasn't been produced yet, or I can just go to the Unboom and print something on demand like that. So that's kind of the online shopping and how that's changing. Mobile commerce. Who here doesn't have a smartphone? Oh, come down there. Awesome. I can't live without mine. Mine is my second brain. I would leave that memory. Okay, so I forget everything. I forget my own birthday to do that for me. So my phone knows everything. It knows when my birthday is, my girlfriend's birthday is, it knows where I live. And I'm using it for more and more different things these days. Right? To give you an example, I don't have this, but this is an example of a device that you could have. It's a door. And you unlock it with your phone. So user Bluetooth unlock your door. Great. And the great thing is, if you want to stay at my home for a week, because I'm in at the moment, so I'm not actually at home, I could actually email you my key. And they can auto expire in a week. Same thing goes for my car, right? I can unlock my car with phone. I have one of these rental car deals. I don't have my own car, and I already unlock that with my car. I just walk up, say unlock, and then unlock the car. And of course, we're doing this with more and more devices. There's all these companies on Kickstarter that make these like little generic tags that you can tag to anything, to your dog, to your cat, to your wife, I'm not sure where everybody is. it's all possible. And of course, we do the same thing to ourselves, right? This is a Jawbone. Does anybody here have a Jawbone up or Fitbits or Nike Fuel bands? Ooh, not that many people. It's a lot more popular in the UK, I've noticed, than in the other countries. People just want to measure themselves, measure their health. This is a little lens. It's not a Google Glass and a little lens. That's not what it is. That's what people often think it is. It's a Bluetooth-enabled sensor that measures your sugar level, which is great for diabetics. So it tells them, it warns them when their sugar level drops to the regular level, and then it tells them to go and have some insulin or go in the future. Of course, we don't just use it to measure things, we also use it to interact. This is a hugging jacket, which will allow you to you basically buy two of these, they connect to your phone to each other, and you can remote hug somebody else. So we're putting more and more things in our phone. This is not my wallet, luckily. I don't have that many kids. What do we see here? Photos we put in our wallet, in our phone for ages already, mainly because our phone is looking more actually created photos with now. Loyalty cards, those are moving into your phone. Notes, we put those on our phone for ages. And of course, your payment methods. We actually bought this company a few years ago that basically just allows you to scan a credit card, take a picture of the credit card, it reads out the 60 digits, so you don't have to put them in. So if anybody ever used the PayPal app or the Uber app, or if you want to build this is actually an open source library, so you can actually use it yourself and test it open source. The cards are moving into your phone too. And it's not just your ability to pay that's moving into your phone. We've got this technology that basically allows you to accept payments. So the left triangle, that's for like the US, that I think we're doing swipe. The right hand one, that's just a Bluetooth chip and pin reader. Which means that you cannot just, make payments on your phone, you can also receive payments. So let's think about how all these technologies kind of affect doing payments in the actual real world. I hate shopping. Because it's this weird act where I have to go out to a store and find a store and to hope that they have the product that I want. I need to do the research myself because quite often they find a massively upsell me while I'm in the store and misinformed. And then at the end they make me do the worst thing ever, they make me cheat. I don't want to cheat. I've done all this work for you and you make me cheat. But if you ask me more, why? It recognizes this Minority Report. Of course, this movie is very well known for a lot of very cool user interaction. But it also has this scene where he kind of walks through a hallway and the billboards start to recognize him by scanning his eyes and telling him, what products he should buy. There's a slight complication because he doesn't have his own eyes; he has the eyes of the Japanese man. But for that, he needs to watch the movie. But that's the creepy way of kind of bringing hardware into the sales process, right? This is the non-creepy way. We have this technology where you just walk into the store, you check in, you go to the PayPal app, you check into the store, you walk to the counter, you say I'm in, they see your face in the terminal, they say, okay, and you walk out. Now we think that's not enough. So we built this device, which is basically it's like an eye beacon, but it's called a PayPal beacon. And you just leave your phone in your pocket, you walk into the store, you grab the product that you want, walk up to the counter, say, I'm paying, and you walk out, and your phone is already automatically checking you into the store as you walk in. And of course, you're getting to this point, right, where I can just walk into a store, go, I want this, buy it, and you walk out, and they just see you on their terminal, pay, and you walk out. No queuing. Let's talk a bit about other things that I hate about offline shopping. Things being sold out. When was the last time you went to like Amazon and and they told you, well, you don't buy things from Amazon here? Oh, no. Did you? Yeah. Well, no. Amazon doesn't tend to tell you things are sold out. They might tell you it might take 4 weeks to arrive, but it's not sold out. Unless it's really sold out and you can not buy anywhere else anymore, they might say it's out of production. But the other thing Amazon doesn't make, eBay similarly doesn't make you do is, have to bring things home. I find it so weird that I can go, most shops I can go online and I can tell them, oh, can I please pick it up in your store? But most stores I cannot walk in and tell them, oh, that's fine, but you just deliver it at home? Can I pick it up online, basically? Most of them work one way, but not the other. So I think with the new technologies, especially with kind of the tech-in that we have, we're going to see that, stores are more going to turn into galleries than they're going to be warehouses. So they're not going to hold that much stuff. You're just going to be able to walk in, say, I want that, I'm in, walk out, and by the time you get home, it's there. Especially if you think about technologies like eBay now, they can deliver your product to you without having it stock in the store necessarily before you even get home. So you don't have to carry your bags around all day while you're doing more shipping. As somebody pointed out that this actually already looks like half an Apple store. And it isn't. It's just a gap. So finally, let's talk a little bit about, where hardware comes in kind of the money business. So we've seen these around today, right? Google Glass. I personally think we're not going to be wearing those soon. I think most of us are not going to be wearing those soon. There's a few of us who are thinking of that. Who else has a Google Glass? Not just you. They're pretty cool. I think we are going to see them, but we're not going to wear them. I think the shop assistant is going to be wearing one of these. I'm going to be walking in, right? I have my phone in my pocket, my phone checks me into the store. The staff assistant has a Google Glass. They get a notification that says, hey, Cristiano is in the store. He was on the website yesterday. He was looking at sweaters. This sweater specifically, this is his size. She can go and find me that sweater before I even have found it myself and go, hey, this is that's what you're looking at if you want to find it. And of course, today we're going to see things like this, right? So this is not about the phone, this is about the watch. So Samsung brought out this phone, which basically allows you to, it has actually paper on it, so both the phone and the watch is paper. Because it might be, in some countries, it might be a little bit too much that I just walk in and say, okay, I want to pay, and then walk out without actually me confirming what the amount is. To take the phone out of my pocket, all those steps, a lot of steps. But if I have a watch on my wrist anyway, I can just go, 44.50, okay, yes, or no, and walk out. I don't have to take my phone out of my pocket. Of course, we're bringing more and more sensors into other devices too. This is a device that's basically a very generic sensor that can connect itself to the internet. And it's very cool because it can measure quite a few different things and can actually just talk to an API. You can put this into anything, right? Like a fridge. And the internet of fridge has been kind of been talked about for years. It's been talked about since like the early days of the internet. We're going to get an internet fridge. And people are like, I'm not going to run XC in my fridge. I'm going to get viruses in my food. So, but I think these things are going to change. I think we're going to see that more and more devices are going to make decisions for us. And I think a fridge is a good example. A fridge is, with technology like IV, with technology like NFC, with all these different technologies, it's going to talk, to the internet, and it's going to try and make decisions for you. It's going to realize that I ran out of data, that I'm having a party tonight. So it's going to send me a message, and it's going to send that message to my watch, saying, hey, Cristiano, you're running out of beer, you're having a party tonight, you want me to order some beer. You want it delivered today or tomorrow. right to my watch. I go, oh yeah, order, and I'm on my way again. Of course, to make that work, my fridge needs to talk to my wallet. And my wallet is in my phone. For my wallet to be in my phone, that's not really the best place for it to be. Maybe it should be in my watch. I really had it too, because my watch and my fridge are particularly near each other. So, we know that a wallet realistically needs to be in the car. Or as I call it, it's going to have, it's going to have to be there because we're going to see that more and more of these smart devices, more and more of these wearables, more and more of these highly connected Internet of Things devices, they're all going to talk to the wallet, and they're all going to try and make decisions for you. And that's why PayPal doesn't live on your phone, it is up there about it. So thank you for that. Thank you for listening, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Hello, thanks a lot. Hi, and this is very cool. Next day we will deliver in a few hours. But as far as I know, in Romanian shops do not accept it. But they are only a handful of 10, maybe 20 in the whole country. So, how do you think this technology can increase the world and what are PayPal's plans to actually bring some of this technology to this kind of world?
So, it's a very good question. It's like, especially, there's certain countries where paying by card in certain shops is a lot more popular than other countries. And especially Germany, it's similarly like people don't tend to pay with card. The point is when companies like Amazon come into your country, or they really start to take a lead for your regular retail, and at some point the shops happen. And the difference between what eBay does and what Amazon does is where Amazon will have its own warehouses, and Amazon will have its own places where they will ship things from, which basically take your local ships out of the loop. eBay's model is that we will ship you anything from any store. So, which means that we can take, you can order something online regardless, yet pay with PayPal, and we will send an eBay now person to your store who will actually pay you cash. Or pay your shop by card, or pay your shop another way. I think at some point, companies, you're going to see competition in the market, and the shops are going to have to move to a digital payment model. Not sure about that. It's just, we're trying to put the measures in place to actually allow you to compete with that company, and to make that work. Digital payments are an essential part.
Thank you. One more question in the middle.
You talked about the dilution of time for putting delivery. Does PayPal have any plans to dilution of cost? I'm talking about the difference, the psychological difference between cost of zero and cost of 9.5 less.
I'm not going for all of it.
Because there are some taxes required when you charge very little amount of money. Well, what's the percent of the consumer?
So the PayPal fees vary per country. The reason why they vary per country is because there's different ways in which, so for those of you not familiar, you can apply your credit card to PayPal, or your debit card to PayPal, your bank account to PayPal. And there's different kind of risks attached to that. So a credit card has a very high risk in us getting refunds from the credit card. Right? Where if it's just a bank account attached, then it's actually very low risk. So in some countries, a lot of people have bank accounts attached, where in other countries, a lot of people have credit cards attached. So the more people we have in a country that actually have a bank account attached, the lower we can make it. In the end, we pay the credit card processors, so if you have the Visa card attached, It's not us charging the money, it's we are charging the money. We are doing some other cool things to kind of make things easier for you, which is, so we're launching a new version of kind of the wallet this year. And for people who've been on PayPal for a while, we're giving them the option to really like what we call kind of delayed payments. So where if you don't pay, when you're on your mobile and you go to the shop, you don't want to think that, oh, is this coming from my credit card or is this coming from my bank? You just want to pay and go, right? But we don't give you the option when you get home and you sit down and you're on your laptop or your tablet. It then decides, oh, you know, I bought this in my bank account, but my washing machine just broke, which should probably buy on my credit card. So you can kind of shift money on that. Similarly, we're going to give the option to people just get a 0% interest, or, you know, split payments over like 6 months. So we're going to kind of give people more options to really drive down the price, especially for that big group.
I have another question. What's the position on Bitcoin?
Our official position is that we're looking at it from a distance. To put that a bit in perspective, it's not an easy thing to do for a couple of reasons. The main reason is that in Europe we're a bank. We think that we need to comply with banking rules. And just look at all the other banks. Is any of the other ones thinking of Bitcoin? Yeah. That's because in some countries it's legal, in some countries it's not legal. The legal status is a bit iffy. So it's not really our kind of prerogative to decide whether or not we should be taking accepting Bitcoin. It's more of a question of trying to figure out with the government whether or not cryptocurrency is actually a valid thing. Something that's legal, something that, you know, and how is it regulated? Because in the end, governments won't find us to regulate it. The flip side to the coin is that when you buy something on PayPal, you have this guarantee that you get your money back if the product doesn't arrive. Right? Which means that, okay, we'll give you the money back, and then we will ask the card provider to give us the money back from you. And if we can't get the money back through that process, we will take the fee. But how do these funds work with Bitcoin? It's actually a pretty tricky one. It's like asking, when are we going to take gold as a payment method on Bitcoin or cash? You don't take cash as a payment method. You take digital, banking property or whatever. So I hope we're getting something. I hope we're going to. I'm not in the loop on this stuff, so I have no idea what we're going to be. I don't know if we are trying to implement it, but I hope it's right. I'm quite excited about it, but it's a tricky. It's not just us wanting to do this, it's actually pretty complicated.
Okay. We will take only one more question.
Who has the best question? Hi.
You said that the future of e-commerce is personalized shopping way, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this raises a big question about privacy. Who is actually monitoring my behavior?
So that's up to the shops. The shops are already doing this, and I think this is more a question for government.
It's a question on how payment processors see this whole process.
So we do not share any data with anybody else. We just we provide this kind of data to others only if we give them the permission to do that. So we do not share any.
Okay, but you collect these data. You do collect behavior data from shoppers, from shops, right?
We don't do anything with that. We only do this for fraud prevention and anything else. We don't have our own recommendation system. We don't have our own. We don't share information across merchants, telling you different things. So first, we have our own fraud protection, which if you want to know more about that, you should think about later. But we're going to talk about passwords.
But we build up protocols just like Google does, just like Apple does, or most of the banking do, to figure out whether or not you really are who you say you are when you log in to a site or not. So we don't share any kind of buying behavior across nations.